Hi everyone, it's Diana. I hope you're doing well. This is my channel, Dia Dash. I hope you subscribe and you follow along because you'll learn a lot on my channel. And today we're going to talk about sunscreen since it's the summer and I see everyone at the beach loading it up, putting it on their children, saying, hey, this is the right thing to do. But is it, or is that just dated information? You be the judge. So I'm going to do a tutorial sometime on how to make your own lotion if you're into getting a nice base tan. You know, there are many methods you can do it all on your own. There's no need to buy store brands. You'd be surprised. It's all toxic cocktails, which is horrible for the ocean. We're poisoning all the fish, guys. So I just want to show you real quick on this video. I don't want it to, citing fair use, I can show you whose video this is, so you can go check it out on your own. But there are many videos like this showing what sunscreen actually looks like under a UV light. So check those out, but you'll be surprised like what it's doing and like how many stuff is in, you know, the number of items that are in there to even produce this. But you're basically spray painting your face black, and it's really interesting because it shows people with their darker complexion how their melanin acts as a natural sunscreen. So it's pretty amazing because there's a lot of knowledge on that too. But just check out you know, what it does. This is an invisible light under the UV light. Look at that. It's basically just black paint, right? And you only see this with the visual spectrum, with the naked eye. Unbelievable, huh? It's pretty eye-opening. I watched this a few years back. There's many like that. They even use like the sprays too. That one was really good. This part here. She's spraying herself and it's like, you know, like graffiti on a wall. Look at that junk. Does that really look like something you want to put on your skin? And what's that doing going in your pores and the different chemicals needed to do that, you know? One must really think. And it's going into the ocean. We're polluting the water supply. There's other means, you know, and you shouldn't be scared of the sun. Look at that, titanium dioxide, all these fun stuff, you know. This one is not as bad because they say the mineral ones, it's more reflective, but still it's making him darker. It's clearly making him darker. So it's showing like what even a natural tan can act as, like sort of a, you know, it's good to have a base tan, I suppose. They have everyone so in fear of the sun, but if you don't utilize the sun, like what happens to a plant, you know, dies. There's a lot of nutrients to be gained, vitamin D, you need it for your eyes, you know, all in moderation. If you're this complexion, okay, this would be more my complexion or whatever, so I'm not going to put this gunk on my face. Clearly I'm not going to blackface myself, even if no one sees it through the naked eye. This is going into your pores. It's awful for you, and this is a great website if people are not aware. The Environmental Working Group website, very, very reliable source of information. I'll put a link in the description because I like to give information on this channel, especially when I, you know, do tutorials or do natural skincare products and just put people onto the holistic natural hygiene lifestyle, and to show you that that is advanced skincare technology and it's been around for generations and it was fine. And only until like the beginning of, you know, the 19th century, 20th century, we got more of the chemical revolution, and that's why we have like such chronic diseases all the time. But of course, you know, alphabet soup agencies are not about to tell anybody that, and they're allowed to pass a lot of toxic stuff that are not good for us as a whole, that they would never use on themselves, but it's just repackaged war depleted chemicals that they don't know what to do with, and they got to pay money to put it in special, you know, whatever special disposal services for it. So they repackage it, really, because some of these things sound very suspicious, very sus, as people would say. We're going to use the word sus. It says the problem with ingredients in sunscreens. Sunscreen products are intended to be applied to the body every day for a lifetime. The companies that make and sell sunscreen ingredients and products should test them thoroughly for their potential short-term and long-term health effects. This includes toxicity testing for irritation and skin allergies, as well as testing for skin absorption and the potential to cause cancer, disrupt the hormone system, and cause harm during reproduction and development. In 2019, when the Federal Alphabet Soup Administration, the agency that governs sunscreen safety, proposed its most recent updates to sunscreen regulations, it found that only two ingredients, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, could be classified as safe and effective based on the currently available information. But in the past year, numerous new studies have raised concerns about endocrine disrupting effects from three other ingredients: homosalate, avobenzone, and oxybenzone. There's a lot of information on titanium dioxide. This is also a carcinogen, so you always gotta look stuff up yourself, these oxides. Anything with the ox, I'll talk a lot about that. There's a lot of symbology even in these chemicals, what the OX really means. Within the past year, the European Commission has published preliminary opinions on the safety of three organic UV filters: oxybenzone, homosalates, and octocrylene. It found that the levels of two of them were not safe in the amounts at which they are currently used, and proposed a concentration limit allowed to use these two chemicals at concentrations up to 6 and 15% respectively, and hundreds of sunscreens manufactured in the U.S. use them at concentrations that far exceed the European Commission's recommendations. The ingredients oxybenzone, octinoxate, octisalate, octocrylene, homosalate, and avobenzone are all systematically absorbed into the body after one use. Mata 2019, Mata 2020 reference. According to studies published by the FDA, which also found that they could be detected on the skin and in the blood weeks after no longer being used. Citation Mata 2020. Previous studies detected many sunscreen ingredients in breast milk and urine samples. Slumpf 2008. Citation Slumpf 2010. In addition, it's possible for sunscreen users to inhale ingredients in sunscreen sprays and ingest some of the ingredients they apply to their lips, so the ingredients must not be harmful to the lungs or internal organs. This constant exposure to sunscreen chemicals raise concerns, especially because there is not enough safety data for most ingredients. We have even more concerns about ingredients such as oxybenzone, which have been linked to hormone disruptions. So active ingredient toxicity, then these are not safe. But yeah, they get passed by these alphabet soup agencies. There's it's a very big business, and the stuff, it's it even, what did it say? Oh, damage to the coral reef. I just skimmed right here. Studies have found that octocrylene causes relatively high rates of skin allergies. Citation Brighton 2006. It had been linked to aquatic toxicity with the potential to harm coral health. Citation Stein 2019. And it is often contaminated with the known carcinogen benzophenone. According to a recent studies, its levels can increase when it is stored. Downs 2021. The European Commission recently concluded that although there was some evidence of octocrylene's endocrine disrupting potential, current use concentrations up to 10% were considered safe. So you can't look at governments or corporations to tell you what is safe. You have to use your own discernment and your own common sense. I advocate that on this channel. You know, you'll get a lot of practicality, you might get a little sprinkle of spirituality, because this is all relative. It takes a lot of evil doers to even like think to put all this stuff and market it to families and kids. And you know, with the propaganda and the marketing, Double Speak is a really great book to show how they use you know, deceptive terms in advertisement and marketing to gain our trust and to mislead us. So there's just so much. So that is something that people should look into. And don't tell me that you can't get natural oils. Yes, you can, because they do that in other countries all the time. And this one says top 10 natural oils that act as sunscreen. If it's that serious to you, you know, if you tend to burn, I don't tend to burn. I tan very easily. So I use like the minimal, you know, I'll use like shea butter, a little bit of coconut oil, I'll throw some black tea or a nice little bit of coffee in there to make it, you know, give it that little brown color. And but yeah, even just the sun itself, like I wouldn't use carrot seed oil, that's a bit high, but maybe for children you can grab that, you know. It says right here, I mean this is all sporadic, full of ads, but I had good information. This is a good article, and it talks about how the Indians are very particular about their skin color. Even if we belong to a tropical country, we all want to be fair. Isn't that funny? You always want what you don't have. Over here, we don't get the sun enough, and we long to be tan. And so, what they do, they use these natural oils. And so here, it says here are 10 natural oils that protect the skin from sun damage. How cool. Carrot seed oil is a vegetable oil that has the maximum amount of SPF. It is also rich in antioxidants and has very good antiseptic properties. So that's great. Killing germs and pathogens, things like that. And it has an SPF of 40. Okay? So no need to get chemical bottles from your local store, poisoning the earth, poisoning yourself and your loved ones. If you need an SPF 40, invest in some carrot seed oil. You can find that online. There's ways to make your own with actual carrots. If you have a little skill and creativity, go for it. You know, check out some YouTube videos. Raspberry oil is pretty awesome. I use that in a lot of my products. It says raspberry seed oil is an essential oil that is rich in both omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Apart from providing sun protection, it also helps prevent stretch marks on your skin. How many products are on the market, ladies? Just, you know, the marketing world is unbelievable. And how much of your income or your budget do you spend on stuff like that? And you can, you know, in the natural skincare world, one product will, you could, you know, cross use it for other things, and it's just so versatile. Very, very good. Let's see what we have here. Make sure I'm not lost. Okay, and wheat germ oil, SPF 20. Wheat germ oil is the third best natural oil in terms of SPF. It gives the skin vitamin E and a boost of natural antioxidants that repairs cell damage. See? So, I mean, I'm going to invest in wheat germ oil. I read about that before, but I mean, as you look stuff up, cross-reference, you know, you learn more and more. And, you know, a lot of us people who are really into health, it's a responsibility, so you have to keep up on all the information and be self-taught and read up on things every day, you know. I feed my mind every day with what I can. Right here is what I do not advocate: soybean. That is, it's an endocrine disruptor for males and females alike, men and women alike. So I advocate to stay away from all soy products. That's why you find it in like so many food products, even when it's not supposed to be there. They'll add it in there. You'll be surprised. It's been known to be like a carcinogen too. They say they use it in Chinese cooking. Well, just because they use it don't mean that everyone should, you know, it's the right thing to do. I mean, tofu, all that junk, there is so much more feasible and more practical alternatives. It's just, I would stay away from that. Coconut oil, SPF 8, is one of the most versatile natural oils. You can cook with it, apply it on your skin and hair. It provides sun protection to your skin and also protects your hair from suffering sun damage. So this is great for infants, for little ones. You're not going to mess up their bodies. They don't have full consent, informed consent, when you're putting all these chemicals on their poor little bodies that their immune system is still developing. Being sick is a big business, you know, so you really got to look at it in that standpoint and just make sure that, you know, if you want self-autonomy and you want to self-govern, then it starts where, you know, we take care of our own bodies and just be a little bit more aware of what we're doing. Olive oil, one of the best ones. It's the healthiest oil for your heart. Amazing, right? That's why it's good to cook with it and eat with that. Even when it comes to your skin, olive oil can provide limited sun protection and unlimited antioxidants to repair cellular aging. I love using this in my products because it's great for your skin, and it'll keep your skin looking preserved, you know, well into your old age. Macadamia nuts come from the Australian continent, and its oil contains rich supplies of phosphorus, potassium, and vitamin E. It also contains a compound called cinnamic acid that contributes to the oil's SPF content. Beautiful. Almond oil, I love my almonds, taste delicious, but macadamia, I'm gonna like print this out because this is really good stuff. Almond oil has a humble SPF of 5, but it can give your skin lots in terms of nourishment. Almond oil is rich in vitamin E that keeps your skin soft and supple. Jojoba oil, or jojoba oil, SPF 4, which is, they say it's the oil that's most akin to our skin sebum, the natural oil that we produce, so it's like amazing for your hair. That's a really good oil. Has several medicinal properties too on the skin. It's very effective in treating dry skin and contains myristic acid that gives your skin some amount of sun protection. So you have so much to choose from, you know what I mean? You don't have to do this nonsense and spray your face. Just imagine what that's doing to the animals. That's why a lot of fish end up dead on the ocean, on the shore. They're like, oh, what's going on? But like, we don't even look to ourselves. What do we do every day to contribute to that? You know, are we blameless in our actions? We really need to be careful. Just because something has been done for many years don't make it okay. I mean, look at all the atrocities in the past. We shouldn't have that mentality and have a normalcy bias. So, yeah, if you want to check out what sunscreen looks like under UV light, there are many videos. This was just one, just to show the comparison, and that it really is just putting like black paint, and to show you people like Israelites, you know, the true indigenous people, you know, with the brown skin. They have a natural SPF, you know, that's actually good. It's showing that the people with the palest skin have a deficiency, which they say the lighter skin is, because you only see these type of people, these nations, you know, putting all this stuff on and worrying about, you know, keeping a certain color, or they can't tan correctly, or they spot a lot. You know, some people get like a bunch of spots, but I don't have that problem, so I guess it just depends on your bloodline. I mean, I know some people who are like seemingly allergic to the sun. They say they cannot even be in the sun for 5 minutes without being sick and blistering. I have no idea. I can't. I like the sun. I can, you know, I don't worship it or anything like that. I don't need to be out there every 5 minutes, but, you know, a few minutes a day, let it go into your eyes, into your retina. They say it's good. It's very nourishing, you know, everything in moderation. And they say you have a better bone density because of vitamin D, and it increases your serotonin level, so it puts you in a better mood too. So yeah, so just look that stuff up, and I'll do a tutorial how to make your own lotion, and that should be fun. And so I was just given like a little something to show, you know, a little bit of incentive on why we should even consider putting down the chemical sunscreens and all that jazz, and want to switch over. You have a whole list of natural oils I just gave you can use for your hair. It's not a waste of money. This stuff is like, and they say like it gets more toxic as it's stored. you don't even know how long it's been in the stores for, you know. It could have been there for a long time, ready to expire, so it's even more potent. So please consider it. It's bad for the animals, it's bad for the land, it's bad for us. I want to teach people, you know, to do things that's more cohesive to being healthy, because we speak about the truth on this channel, and it's more about getting to the point and the heart of the matter, and not about selling you gimmicks or all that stuff, because everyone, you know, that's all that people do online anymore, especially on YouTube. But there are some really good, noble people online, so you shouldn't let some bad apples dissuade you from the rest. You know, there are a lot of us out here who are letting our voice be heard because we care about everyone. So take care, enjoy the sun, don't let all that propaganda fool you. They found that a lot of cancer people, or people inclined to get that, a lot of them were working indoors and weren't even in the sun enough. Like if your vitamin D levels are extraordinarily low, I mean, you should look up what the implications of that is. So I hope this was helpful. This is Diana on Dia Dash, and please come stop by again soon. Bye, and have a wonderful